I think we've lost our director. And
The first Call of Duty game came out in October the 29th, 2003. And over the years we had many Call of Duties, ranging from Black Ops with its iconic zombie mode to even Modern Warfare from its outstanding campaign. But for some reason, over the last few years the popularity died down, but why? You would think of a game that sold 425 million copies over their entire Call of Duty games would make them sell even more copies and make them even more popular, but no. Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Collider, and today I'm going to tell you why Call of Duty lost popularity. But first of all, we need to explain why it became so popular in the first place. It says here, diverse gameplay modes, compelling storylines and iconic moments that resonated with fans. This means that Call of Duty has many modes to play from its zombies, campaign and even multiplayer. Everyone has a different option to play, if that's zombies who wants to solve the extremely hard-plex storyline or even want to test their skills out and get to high rounds with their friends. Or even multiplayer for people who want to grind camos and rage because the same guy killed you 10 times already. Or even the campaign for people who just want to explore and have a good time and get all the achievements. If we go back to the statement, it also says iconic moments. And if any of you played Call of Duty back in the day, you would know how fun it was. And even if you played it alone by yourself, you would still have an amazing fun time. Another statement also says that Call of Duty heyday was between 2007 and 2012. In that time, there were Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2 and 3, and Call of Duty Black Ops 1 2 came out at that time. 5 games selling absolutely amazingly, and we should also know the games were very iconic and very fun to play back in the day. And you should also remember the YouTubers who made videos back in the day on Call of Duty. Like AF Guys HD, the guy who makes Let's Plays on the video and walkthroughs. Ali A with his updates on the games. Mr. Waffle Waffles, the guy who made step-by-step guides on completing the Easter egg or even get bows or staffs in the other zombie games. Or even Fearless with his amazing skills with a sniper rifle. Now, you would think Call of Duty doing so well, making millions, people playing daily, fresh new updates every few weeks, and a new game every year, with YouTubers making new videos every once in a while, Call of Duty would never drop in popularity, right? But sadly it did. But why and how? In this statement, you can see here it says, Orange seasonal additions, disrupted balancing problems, and the new maps that launched with game-breaking bugs that wouldn't be fixed for weeks. So pretty much people are leaving because the newer games having loads and loads of bugs and Call of Duty was being too lazy to fix the bugs. If we go back, you can also see it says balancing problems. If you ever played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 Warzone, you will remember how broken some of the guns were, the point where there was an update like every 3 days just to fix a gun. Another reason why Call of Duty died was the price of the games. The last few Call of Duty games, they cost 60 quid, which seems somewhat fair. It's a new game, people want to buy it for Christmas as it comes out normally around in October or November time. And most new games today cost around 40 to 60 quid, which is fair, but this Call of Duty costs 70 quid. Why would people buy the new Call of Duty game for 70 quid when they can literally get it at CD Keys for 40 quid? So what I'm trying to say is people will not buy a game if it costs so much money, and may I also say people have been saying it's a DLC to Modern Warfare 2, which it is. And even the old Call of Duty games like Black Ops 1 and 2 cost 25 quid. And also, Call of Duty think that the game will be somewhat more popular and people will buy it more because they add some OG maps back, while their old maps still have bugs inside. Again, going back to the fact that Call of Duty is lazy, I mean, look at Cold War. You would probably remember that Cold War was very buggy when it first came out, but can you blame them? The game took like 6 months to make, while making a zombie mode, a campaign, and a multiplayer, making all the guns, camos, and a storyline that has to be relevant while still in a lockdown. While Sledgehammer was still making their game, Vanguard, that still had negative reviews, making Call of Duty look like they give up on the game. Now, my opinion, I generally think Call of Duty is at a really bad downstate. I mean, the last 3 Call of Duties have been terrible and boring. I mean, I haven't seen anything this bad in a while, and with Call of Duty becoming even more expensive and probably will get even more expensive in the future, and the game becoming more competitive than ever before, I'm starting to think, will I ever buy another Call of Duty game again? And in my opinion, I think Call of Duty knows that it's dying, to the point where they're even more lazy to fix bugs and they just focus on making bundles for their games, so they can get as much money as possible before all their games die completely. So they make more bundles because the 2,400 COD points ones cost 16 quid, instead of fixing bugs and balancing out guns. And in my opinion, what I think they should do is they should not have an update every month where the game is still fresh, releasing updates every so often, and remove the battle pass system, so they can focus on balancing out guns more and fix bugs instead of creating new skins and bundles, so the game won't be bad and people won't complain anymore. Also, another thing is I generally think Sledgehammer needs to start making their little spin-off COD games, because let's be truly honest, when is the last time Sledgehammer has made a good game apart from Call of Duty World War II? I mean, if you look here, this is their reviews on Call of Duty Vanguard. That is really bad. And I generally don't think a Sledgehammer game will probably be not as good as World War II, and probably never will be any good. And me personally, I would spend 50 quid on DLCs for older games like Call of Duty Black Ops 1, 2 and 3, then buy another Modern Warfare game. So the question is, can Call of Duty be revived? And the answer is, surprisingly, yes. But how? And the answer is making more remastered games. I generally think making OG games into remastered would work. We've seen it done with Black Ops 3 and their remastered COD zombie modes from Call of Duty World at War, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. And that was a masterpiece. And we have also seen it with Modern Warfare 2 remastered as well. And if they do make the old games into remasters, they should make them a bit more cheaper, like 45 or 35 quid, as it's not too expensive and many people will enjoy it and will actually pay for it. And personally, I would absolutely love to see a Call of the Dead remaster that's not Tag to Totem. And if they don't make any Call of Duty remasters, I generally think the only hope we have is Treyarch, as they don't really have any bad games apart from Black Ops 4, and that wasn't too bad. I mean, we have seen way worse. And Call of Duty Cold War is actually a decent game, with zombies being absolutely amazing and the campaign being very interesting. And their multiplayer being absolutely amazing, and it was the most fun I had since Black Ops 2 multiplayer. And I even have Dark Ether as well. And you may ask, why Treyarch is the only hope for Call of Duty to be fixed? Well, because Sledgehammer hasn't made any improvements in their games, and Infinity Ward hasn't been making their games any more fun. I mean, in Modern Warfare 2, I left in Season 3 because I felt like the game was not fresh, and it was such a camo grind. And I felt like I was doing the same thing over and over and over again, unless JSR3 hit me hard, but I just didn't enjoy the game, and it was the biggest waste of money I spent yet. So, will Call of Duty ever be fixed? And I generally think yes, but not for a long time. If they make their games a bit more cheaper, and they stop adding bundles every single week, and stop being lazy and focus more on bugs than actually adding more bundles in the game, then maybe, just maybe, the game might come back alive. In the meantime, I'm just going to play the old games because it's more fun and less competitive than the others. Now, I'm not one of those beggars, but this video did take me a while to script and a long time to record, and I would really appreciate it if you subscribe, as it helps out a ton. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.